two famous twins, one ancient wall, and a very big adventure. Jedward are about to bring the Romans back to life and surprise a group of sightseers with a tour they'll never forget.
What's the prize?
There can be only one winning guide. So who will reign as supreme emperor?
I'm Emperor Hadrian.
And who will face a freezing forfeit? Let battle commence. Ah, that's scary.
Come with us, there's so much to discover. A crazy adventure with me and my brother. We'll dig up things that will freak you out. 'Cause this is Jedward's big adventure. Be a tour guide, there's so much to do. There's a whole planet out there and it's just for you. You never know what you find, it will mess with your mind. It's a hair-raising trailblazer, totally wild. Amazing Jedward's big adventure.
Jedward are on a mission to visit our biggest attractions.
Yeah.
And compete against each other to become the best tour guide.
Yes!
Each with help from a celebrity friend.
Do I look like a raven?
Now it's time to find today's location.
Hey, John, I'm nearly there yet. No. John, I'm nearly there yet. Edward, stop asking when we're nearly there, OK? We're not nearly there, OK? And when we're there, I'll tell you we're there. Edward, I think we're here.
Well done, boys. They found today's assignment. Hadrian's Wall is the UK's largest ancient monument. And for 2,000 years, it's cut northern England in half, from coast to coast.
They came all this way for some wall when we have 4 walls in our bedroom at home. And it's just any walls. Hadrian. Oh, it's this week's mission. All right, let's read what it says. Dear Jeremy, in just 24 hours' time, you will each have to give a group of tourists a guided tour of this ancient wall. Whoa, cool. Whoever gives the best tour will get to be a Roman emperor. Cool. But whoever loses will have to face a freezing forfeit called the frigid drum. John, I think we go get some help. Let's call some celebrities. You're right. I have no signal, I have no bars. Edward, don't worry, I see 2 ramblers. Wait a second, that's not 2 ramblers. That's Andy Aquilari and Johnny Pitts. Andy, John, help! Help us! We need your help! John, guys, help!
Take the binoculars off. Right here.
Oh, sorry, guys, it was the binoculars. Guys, Kate, you guys are totally awesome. You guys are like lifesavers. What do you guys know about this massive wall here?
Well, it's Hadrian's, and it's a wall as well.
Okay, we're gonna go ask some experts. You guys relax, but we'll get the facts. Let's go.
So the boys' challenge is simple. They have just one day to find out all the facts about Hadrian's Wall before tomorrow, when they'll compete against one another to be the best guide. Each assisted by a celebrity helper. John will team up with Andy, and Edward will have Johnny.
John, do you know where you're standing?
No.
You're standing in Roman remains.
First, they're off to a section of the wall called Sycamore Gap to meet Gary, a man who can tell them a lot about the wall. There he is. Hi, Gary.
Come all this way for a wall? It's better be the best wall ever.
This is Hadrian's Wall.
Who's Hadrian?
This guy is a Roman emperor.
But why did he build this wall?
He built this because this is the northern frontier of the Roman Empire. The wall was 6 meters high and 3 meters thick. And it wasn't just a wall, there was mile castles every mile, there was watchtowers stationed in between them, and 16 forts to house all the Roman soldiers. But don't think you can go around Hadrian's Wall. This ran for 80 Roman miles, right across the entire country.
Edward, gotta build a wall, gotta build a wall. Do you think me and Eric should build a massive Jedward wall?
It took 15,000 Roman legionaries to build this one. You got that many friends to help you?
Yeah, we got like 400,000 followers on Twitter.
You might need a couple more.
So the boys are so impressed by the wall, they want one themselves. Now they're off to the remains of a fort to find out about Roman soldiers.
Where were the Roman soldiers from? Were they from space? Were they from the ocean? Where were they from?
They're coming all the way around the Mediterranean basin from regions which are now Germany, Holland, France, Spain, Syria, Bulgaria, Hungary, and even North Africa. Of course, being part of the Roman army, it was important that they all spoke Latin. United under the Roman flag, these soldiers all fought side by side against their enemy, the barbarians.
I think I see a barbarian. Hey, that's not a barbarian. That's a cow. Or is it a sheep? Is it a goat? No, it's a cow.
It's a sheep. Tomorrow, the boys will be guiding tourists around here themselves, each assisted by a celebrity helper.
I think it's all to play for, really, mate. You know you're going down.
Mate, it's on. It's on. Regardless of which twin we've got, you know, I'm going to win this.
We might be friends, but this is a battle, mate.
Yeah, today we're enemies.
So the battle lines are drawn. The team who gets the most correct facts across to the tourists will win.
Here we are in a house which has produced evidence of spinning and weaving. Cool. Moving on. Let's go.
Success depends on Jedward remembering everything they find out today. Next up is a place that should make an impression. Can you guess what it is?
A swimming pool?
You wouldn't want to swim in this.
What is it?
Is a latrine,
What's that?
a toilet.
This is a toilet? But it didn't look like a toilet.
It's one big toilet for lots of people, and there is no doors between them.
That'd be so smelly.
It would be, but there's more to it than that. Romans didn't have toilet paper. They used a sponge on the end of a stick called a spongia. And when you finished using it, you gave it a rinse and a bit of water and then pass it on for somebody else to use. Which may explain the expression, you've got the wrong end of the stick.
That's sick. I know, it's so sick. That's like barbarian.
Clearly the boys are shocked by the shared facilities, but this is a story the boys will need to recreate tomorrow.
Imagine going into a public toilet, not knowing the people in there, and just going to the toilet. Like, Ed, I don't even like sharing my toys. Come on. John, I hope I get this. I'll be able to make poo sticks. I want to make poo sticks. No, I'm making poo sticks. Ed, I make way better. No, I'm doing it. But I want to share. I'll make loads of poo sticks. But I'm doing it. I want to do it. No, I'm making poo sticks. Ed, I know for a fact I'm going to do it. But I want to do it. Ed, I know I'll do it. No, but I hope I get it.
Relax, boys. There's no point fighting over poo sticks. They'll find out later which of today's 6 stories they'll be recreating for their tours tomorrow. Next up, it's time to go to the Roman baths.
Why are the baths so important in Roman history?
The reason why baths are so important is that people have showers and clean themselves and clean all over to make sure they don't smell. Because if you smell, then people won't hug you or people won't say hey to you.
Now they're off to meet Roman bath expert Chris. And I thought Jedward's outfits were a little over the top. All right, Chris.
What's up? I'm John. I'm Edward. Come here, Jedward. And where are you?
I'm a Roman centurion. It's a leader of men in the Roman army.
And you got really, really cool hair. We're so excited to be here because we feel like we fit in loads. What is this place?
This is a Roman bathhouse, and this would be where the Roman soldiers go through the Roman bathing sequence.
Cool. And how many baths are here? Loads.
It's a series of rooms that you would go to, rather like a modern Turkish bath. After the Romans had changed, they went straight into the sudatorium, the sweating room. An incredibly hot room with warm air from the furnace being pumped through the walls, floor and ceiling. Then it was into the coldarium where hot steam would open up the pores. Then they would cover himself in cleaning oils and then scrape them with a blunt knife or strigil. Finally finishing off with a bracing plunge into the water of the frigidarium.
What's a frigidarium?
A frigidarium is a cold plunge bath.
Like really, really cold?
Yes, indeed.
Like 10 out of 10 cold?
Yes.
Like Ice Ice Baby cold?
Indeed.
Ice Ice Baby too.
So Jedward have now discovered the forfeit for losing tomorrow's tour. It's a bracing dip in the cold bath.
I'm not going in the frigidarium. I'm not going in the frigidarium. Okay, I'm not going in, okay? No, but I'm not going in either. No, I know I'm not going in because you're going to lose. I'm not going in. You're going to lose. But how can I go in if you're going in? But I know you're going in because you're going to lose. Go in because I would win. No, I know. Where did Chris go? Where's Chris? Where'd he go? Chris! Chris! He must have gone to the frigidarium.
Actually, he's gone to gather up his troops, as now it's time for Jedward to join the Roman army.
What's up? I'm Soldier John. I'm Soldier Edward. Together we are Soldier Jedward. We're the best soldiers around. Why was the Roman Empire army so successful?
because of its organisation and discipline. The ordinary soldier looks like this chap here. You can see he's got a big helmet to protect his head.
So what's this? Shield?
This shield is called a scutum.
So in battle, how would he protect himself? If I was coming at him like this, like...
The soldiers would form themselves into a square. Then those at the front and edges would cover their sides, whilst the troops in the middle held those shields over their heads to form a hard protective shell. This enabled them to withstand any enemy bombardment before launching an attack of their own. And what did they call this formation? The testudo, or in English, the tortoise.
Edward, it's time to see if we can be a Roman soldier. Let's do this.
Tomorrow, the boys must demonstrate how the Romans were the most powerful fighting army of their time. Just like these guys.
Get 'em! Come on, guys, you're warriors, you're bears!
Now they've seen how it's done, it's time to find out if they've got what it takes.
No, that's not right. You need to use your shield and get stuck in with the shield. Try and knock him off balance. Get stuck in. Use your shields more. Use your shields. Push each other. Push, push, push.
One day, we'll be the best soldiers the world has ever seen.
Well, with practice, anything's possible, I suppose. Now it's time for Jedward's final fact on today's voyage of discovery. 2 centuries ago, the Roman fort of Vindolanda was an impressive settlement. Now its ruins are a fantastic place for archaeological buried treasure.
We're here on an archaeologic dig. Cool outfit, Edward. You got your boots on. What do you think of your boots? I'm really happy. It's the first time I ever wore boots, but today's really cold and it could get muddy, so I've got to look good. What's up? I'm John. I'm Edward. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm one of the archaeologists.
Why is archaeology so important?
Cool thing about it for me is that you find things that people dropped in the soil 2,000 years ago.
How is this all buried? Like one day, like a massive mud war or something came on top of it all.
In Roman times, just like today, buildings would get old and need to be demolished to make room for new ones. After knocking down a structure, the Romans would lay down a layer of clay or turf before the new building was put up. That layer protected anything lost underneath it, creating the perfect conditions for preservation and leaving us with a hoard of treasure to unearth. The most famous thing to have been found at the site are the writing tablets, and that's what they would have looked like.
And what does it say?
Well, that one says Flavius Cerialis. Now, that was the commander here, and he was in charge of around about 750 soldiers.
So that's it. Jedward have been given all the facts they need to know for their tours tomorrow. So it's time to head back to Jedward HQ, meet up with their celebrity assistants, and discover which stories they're going to have to recreate.
Okay, let's see what facts we got, okay?
Yep.
How the wall was built. So I was thinking, I made these bricks out of polystyrene, and let's get the crazy tourists, like, build a wall out of these. As you can see, they're not heavy, they don't hurt you. They're made of polystyrene.
That actually
Here
hurt
you
a
go.
little bit.
Tomorrow, okay, we gotta cover these 3 topics.
Okay.
First one, okay, barbarians. You can be a Roman,
Oh, right. Okay, this is a special hat. Okay.
and I can be a barbarian going, rah, rah. Do you like going to the toilet?
Yeah, when I need to.
All I had was this
Yeah.
and a sponge. I'll be the barbarian tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
I'll put on all these really cool old wig. Then I'll put all these rags on and be like, look at my barbarian.
So you've got yourself dressed up as an emperor, right? And you've got me cleaning toilets. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, everything's ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to
It's
go.
gonna be awesome.
I don't
Let's do
understand
this.
anything you just said, but let's do it.
I'm John, you're Andy,
I'm Andy,
and
and
together
what
we
are
are
we?
Jandy!
Well done.
Planning over, the teams need a good night's sleep. Night-night, boys! Oh, morning! It's 7 a.m. on day 2, and a group of unsuspecting tourists have just arrived at Hadrian's Wall. They have absolutely no idea that Jedward are about to be their guides.